Hello, everybody, and happy Thursday, February 3rd. I cannot believe it's February already. I don't know about you guys, but here in Michigan, where I'm at, we were supposed to have a ridiculous amount of snow. Luckily or unluckily, we got a little bit less than we would have expected, or that they were talking about, I guess. I was driving around this morning and no issues, roads were clear, things like that. So, yay. But I do not envy my husband who was doing all the shoveling last night. I guess that was pretty heavy and not so much fun. So, but thank you to all the plow drivers and all of the parking lot cleaner outers and things like that, because they've been doing a fantastic job and really staying on top of things. However, it is freezing cold. My husband says it's going to get worse, which is unfortunate. So, but thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. If you want to let me know that you're here in the comments, and please feel free to let me know if there's any issues as with any sound or anything like that, because I had some coughs and stuff like that earlier, and then I forgot to unmute myself. So hopefully I will have it all together. But today we're going to be talking about using PowerPoint to record videos. So let's talk a little bit about why you would use PowerPoint to record videos. So a PowerPoint is something you probably already pay for, right? I have, excuse me, I have Office 365. Hey, Angie, good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. But so I have Office 365 and I'm already paying for PowerPoint. It's included with my subscription. And it's something that people don't realize what they can do, especially if they want to be recording and how-tos and even making videos of PowerPoint presentations. So we'll talk a little bit about that as we go. Hi, Alan. This episode was inspired by Alan, so thank you, Alan. But I wanted to show Alan a little bit about how to use PowerPoint to record some things that he's looking to do. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here in a minute. I just want to make sure that there's nothing weird in the background, because that's always fun, right? And then that way we'll be able to do this. So let's, so earlier, yesterday, actually, February 2nd, I was enrolled in, or I was live with Brenda Meller of Meller Marketing, who is a LinkedIn marketing expert. And we were talking a little bit about content ideas. So I'm going to go ahead and use some of the websites that I used with Brenda to show you a little bit of how you can do some PowerPoint screen recordings. So let us jump in, and I'm going to share my screen, and my screen is over there. So that's why I keep looking over there. So let's share. And then I'm going to put this full screen so you can see everything. Okay. So welcome to PowerPoint. Again, PowerPoint and Microsoft products overall are a pretty useful thing. And so I just want to show you a little bit about how you can do a couple of different things in here. So one of my favorites is this insert button here. So again, you go to insert, screen recording, and then it minimizes that PowerPoint presentation. So if you were to record yourself on a PowerPoint presentation, I would say you need to make sure that that's another power file that's open, and you can go ahead and put that in screen share mode and it will record over it. So what we're going to do first is we're going to select the area. It's going to record audio. We can record our pointer or not, depending on how you're doing your how-to. We've got record and stop, and you can see there's some short keys there. If you want to stop recording, you hit the Windows logo, Shift and Q all at the same time, and it will go ahead and stop recording for you. And so you can do some of these that way. So let's go ahead and set the screen, select this screen area. I'm not going to show all of my saved browser windows and things like that. I don't want to show my toolbar or anything like that. I'm literally just going to record inside the screen, okay? Then I'm able to go ahead and press record. So it'll give me a countdown. And again, it gave me that shortcut key again. You can see that the controls disappear pretty quickly, but if you roll back up over there, you can record and pause and do all of that fun stuff. Okay. So let's go down here. This is answerthepublic.com. I talk about it all the time because it's one of my favorite things, and I think everybody in the world needs to know about it if you're coming up with ideas for content. And so I wanted to let you know that it defaults automatically to the United Kingdom. I don't know if that's where they're based. I know Alan would appreciate that because I think Alan's in the UK, right? Or am I totally wrong? Sorry, Alan. But you can change it to the US if you're based in the US. And let's go ahead and use the example that they have here, which is chocolate. Because who doesn't need chocolate on a wonderful cold morning like we have here in Michigan? All right, so we're going to go ahead and search. And it's literally recording my voice and recording everything that I'm doing on the screen. So if I wanted to point to different things, if I wanted to point to signing in or what's new or upgrading to pro, I can do all of that and walk people through it. Again, I can show people all of these different things. Will chocolate go extinct? Interesting question that people are searching for. You can tell it's a lower volume search because of the colors. The darker the color, the more someone is searching for it. So will chocolate kill a dog and will it kill cats? Clearly, we have some interesting questions there. And then let's see here. Chocolate milk is good for you. Oh, that's good. I like chocolate milk. So again, Answer the Public is a great tool that'll show you and get you some search ideas and things like that. So now let's go ahead and we're going to stop the recording. And then this is what happens. So we ignore the design ideas because we really don't need that. But this is the video. It's actually right in there, and you can actually play it to see if you liked it. But you can also right click on the video and then save media as. It saves it as an MP4. So let me go ahead and let's pick my desktop here. So what you'll see is I'm sharing on my desktop. You can see that it's got media 1. I can name it whatever I want, and it's saved as a media file. So we'll go ahead, we'll save that for us. And then I'm going to pull it up again. So just to show you, because I don't think, yeah, okay. Just to show you a little bit about what it is, it ends up being, oh, there we go. It ends up being an MP4 file that you can see here. It's pretty sizable, but again, it was pretty lengthy. And then you can go ahead and really do whatever you want with it from here. It will, let's see if we can move it over again. So for some reason, oh, maybe because it's full screen. Let's make it less full screen. So you can see here it is in the video player playing. It is it's a little bit less than 2 minutes, right? It's about 2-minute video. You have all of that. You have all of those controls. So again, it'll save it wherever you want it to save. And that's important to take note of. So if you're trying to do any type of how-to videos or anything along those lines, you can go ahead and leverage PowerPoint that way. One of the questions that I did get in before, oh, yep, Alan is UK based, so I'm happy to say I got that one right. Woohoo! So one of the things that somebody had asked me before was, how do you edit these videos? So I guess it depends on what you're trying to do and trying to accomplish. as to whether or not you would edit. So I try to minimize editing if at all possible. But if you're looking for the free route on things, I would look to edit using either built-in editing tools inside YouTube. They're a little bit limited and bulky, but if you're looking to do inexpensive, that's what I would recommend. I edit mostly in Adobe Premiere Pro when I'm using that, if I need to take things in and out. Another thing to think about is to edit the audio file in Audacity. So you can actually separate the audio and video files, and you could edit out all of your ums and ahs that, like, I have a tendency to do. And it will allow you to do some pretty sophisticated voiceover editing. And you could actually record your screen without sound and then separately record the video or the voiceover, and do that in segments, if that makes sense. But that's a nice, easy way to do it. Some people use Camtasia for that. And again, Camtasia, I think, is really good, especially if you're PC based, because it does allow for some pretty significant editing. But I did want to share that piece there. But you need to learn a lot of things for that. So if you're looking for something simple and something useful, I would recommend combining YouTube with PowerPoint scheduling or PowerPoint insert screen recording for some great how-to videos. Another system that'll allow you to do this that's fairly affordable is called Loom, Loom. And Loom is nice, but it is meant for internal training. So it'll let you do some editing, some trimming. It's a little clunky. So when I subscribed to it, it was a little clunky, but it allowed me to share some videos, web-based, hosted them with clients when I was showing them how-tos. So just some things to do there. So I know Elizabeth is helping me out and putting some links in the chat. So hopefully you can see the using PowerPoint links, Audacity, and Loom links. None of those are referral links. The Adobe Creative Cloud link, all of that, none of those are referral links. So feel free to check those out if you're interested, because they're really great tools that are built in for you to use and to do things affordably, especially if you're starting out. So if you're starting out and doing that, that's really important. Okay, I know I got a couple of other questions when people heard I was doing this video, so I want to make sure that I'm answering all of those questions. So another question that I received was how long should a video be, right? So one of the things that was in there is, what's an ideal length? And I think it depends on what you're doing. So on Facebook, I think I said, if it's longer than 3.5 minutes, it gets more engagement. Okay, yes and no. I think it really depends on what you're doing. If you're adding value, then it's okay to go a little bit longer. I would say the average podcast is about 22 minutes in length for people's attention spans. So just something to think about. When it comes to video, if you're going to do a short promo, then yeah, you're looking for 15 to 30 seconds. But if you're looking to teach somebody something, then I think you start looking to between 4 and 12 minutes. I think, I was live with Brenda Meller again yesterday, as I mentioned. We were talking about generating content ideas. And one of the things that we did is we went about 45 minutes and people stayed on the whole time. I think it was because we were having a good and interesting conversation, if I do say so myself. And it was about stuff that they could use in real life. So think about the way people learn, think about the way people do things, and then deliver the amount that you need for that. Okay. Alan was asking, how many slides do you cover per minute? So if you're doing a video, you should have movement. So you can do one slide with a handful of bullet points that come in as you go. But I feel like you need movement if you're doing some sort of education thing. So ideally, 30 seconds to a minute per slide. You might need to do more because you're doing more explanation if you're doing PowerPoint. But if you're doing a how-to, those are easier because you keep that moving. Another question, would you say fully scripted or rough bullet point notes are better? I would say that depends on you and how you work. So I usually work with bullet points, but should probably work with a script so that I have less ums and ahs along the way and save me on some editing. But if I have a full script, I think some of the things to note is to make sure that you're smiling at the camera anyway, even though you're not on camera and you're just recording your voice, because people can hear a smile in your tone and in your voice. And I think that's really, really important, right? So you can tell that I'm smiling. I mean, yes, you can see that I'm smiling, but you can hear it in my voice too. And so if I stop smiling and read, and I'm not really even doing anything, it changes your tone. Like, I'm not doing it on purpose to make it more monotone, but it does change when you're not smiling. So make sure that you're smiling and have energy and are ready to go. So whether that's fully scripted or bullet points for you as you lead somebody through a presentation, that's really up to you. And I think it's important to note that it needs to be what you're comfortable with. Okay. Oh, so can PowerPoint videos be edited? Yes and no. I think it's a lot easier not to edit. So that would be my recommendation, is just to re-record, especially if you're in like the 5 to 7 minute range. You could just do it over, and sometimes it gets better with time anyway. So why wouldn't you, right? And then what format are they saved in? MP4, and they're saved wherever you want to put them. So I think that really helps. I really like, oh yes, Alan is saying another great tool for editing is Descript. I do think that Descript is a great tool. I haven't used it a lot. Again, I've got Premiere Pro, so I don't want to spend money to get another editing tool, but Descript is pretty good. If you're doing the shorter videos, I like promo.com. So I should log in and show you theirs. We'll go over this in another more detailed training, but I think promo is very cool in terms of what it'll allow you to do for social. So you can see this. So again, you can get some stock videos and things like that. You can add in words over everything that's in there. You can have music. It's actually really cool. They've got some templates that you can use. So pretty good stuff. So you can take a look at some of those. So we can preview one of these videos. This has some music and things like that I'm not playing because I'm not playing it. And so you can see, you can do all this text, and then this video, you're just able to overlay, which is pretty neat. So again, just another tool that might help you do some better editing and things like that. But this recording your screen inside PowerPoint is free and is included in something that you are already using. And so I love sharing with people how they can do more with less and more for free, because that's what it's about. You don't want to be spending more money than you have to, right? So try and keep those costs down, leverage what you have, unless you're making money off of editing videos, then, have at it. Premiere Pro and all the different Adobe products. You want to be editing and using and being professional and investing in that, because that's your job. But as you start out and as you're getting more familiar with different things, PowerPoint is a great way to record how-to videos for free. All right. Any other questions? Oh, yay, Alan. Thank you. We love free. Yes. Yes, we do love free. I am all about free whenever and ever I can. Sometimes it's worth to pay. So, like Canva, I do pay for the pro version there, even though I have Adobe Creative Cloud, because sometimes it's easier. I also like pay for an image subscription because I need images in my job. So, but again, when you're starting out trying to limit expenses, you can leverage what is included in different things that you use. Okay. Any other questions that anybody has? I'll give everybody a minute, just because I know that there is a delay. And even though I'm done, you guys might not have heard this yet. So I'll give it a second and see if there's anything else. But yeah, so inserting the screen recording is just such a powerful tool. I strongly recommend it, even if you are doing things like a how-to for a client, or just want to show somebody how to make changes to something that you've created for them. It's a very, very powerful tool. All right. Well, yes, Alan, it will be here available. It's available here inside the Facebook group and on my YouTube channel. So it is available in both places for rewatching. So you can watch that as soon as the video ends. I think it processes and puts it in a slightly different place, but you can rewatch that. And I just wanted to cover this one topic because several people have been asking me how to make some videos of like how-to videos and things like that. And so that's one of the easiest ways to do that. Especially if you don't want to be on screen, right? So it's a nice, easy way to do it. Another thing is that you can do it and not record voiceover with it. So if you want to do a demo recording and have that as a presentation and talk through it live, you can do that too. So there's just so many options of how you can use PowerPoint screen recording. I hope that this has taught you something and that you've gotten something out of it. If it's something that you use, I would love to hear that you used it. And again, I'm trying to grow this group this year with these and trying to give as much free information as I possibly can to help people do better marketing and better creative. So if you know anybody else that might be interested in joining the group, please spread the word. I would greatly appreciate it. And I will say goodbye for now. Stay warm for those of you that are in this cold snap that we have, and stay safe. Thank you. Thanks, Alan. It was great to see you. Thanks, Angie, for showing up. I appreciate it. If you have any questions, just let me know. Bye-bye.